The video you are about to view unfolds before you at an auspicious moment, not by mere chance, but by an intrinsic resonance, a call orchestrated by the universe itself. As the Venerable Hermes Trismegistus said, "That which is below is as that which is above, and that which is above is as that which is below, to perform the miracles of one." This is not mere motivational entertainment, nor a fleeting examination of manifestation. It is an epiphany, a warning that breaks through the stillness of your habits. You have arrived here because cosmic forces have decreed the end of a cycle of stasis, of an immobility that has enveloped your essence. The appearance of chance is an illusory veil. This video has been cleverly placed on your path because you have reached the threshold beyond which mere desire has no longer any reason to exist. Thoth, the keeper of arcane wisdom, has sealed an arcane secret for centuries, a secret never revealed to the masses. It transcends mere positivity of thought and the repetition of mirrored affirmations. The true essence of manifestation lies not in spoken words, but in the silent workings the universe performs within you, often beyond your own awareness. Listen attentively. This message is not for everyone. It is intended for those who sense a driving force deep within their being, those who sense they are living a diminished version of their potential. If you persist until the epilogue, I will reveal to you the hidden portal that Thoth has reserved solely for spirits ready to awaken, not only to fulfill personal desires, but to forge destinies, shape realities, and illuminate consciousness. The game has changed. You are not here to listen to mere narratives. You are here to be activated. Only those who persist until the end will cross the threshold and receive the code. Choose now. Turn away and return to your ordinary existence, or embark with me on the journey to a knowledge accessible to a select few. Are you ready? The portal is already opening and will wait no longer. If the echo of these words has already resonated within you, if a thrill of recognition has coursed through your soul, then I invite you to make a vibratory gesture of assent, a like, to this video. It is not a trivial request, but an act of alignment, a silent pact between kindred spirits. I know that in doing so, I will recognize your attunement, your readiness to perceive hidden truths. It is your signal, your affirmation to the cosmos, a vibrant yes that connects us. And if you wish for our circle of awakened ones to expand, supporting the production of content that elevates awareness and enriches existence, please consider subscribing to the channel. This gesture, both delicate and powerful, not only demonstrates your support, but also allows us to continue weaving this web of knowledge, thread by thread, for a collective awakening. You've probably grown up with a mistaken belief that manifesting is like making a wish to the universe, reciting a prayer, focusing intensely on a goal, and awaiting an external response, as if the cosmos were a gigantic favor giver, ready to grant your every request. But here lies the first shocking revelation. While you labor to manifest, while you yearn, dream, and visualize, a far grander process is at work. Something transcends your conscious will. You yourselves are manifested in every moment. Yes, you are both creator and creation, and this epiphany radically shifts every perspective. The Hermetic tradition, particularly the emerald tablets attributed to Thoth, has perpetuated this knowledge for millennia. We are not simply shaping agents of reality, but are also shaped by it. Every breath, every experience, every encounter, every loss, and every triumph is finely calibrated by an intricate vibrational dance that transcends the surface. There is a superior energy, a cosmic intelligence that does not simply respond to your requests, but that shapes you, transforms you. It redefines in accordance with an often inscrutable purpose. And here lies the most disturbing detail. Sometimes what you ardently desire to manifest doesn't materialize simply because that same intelligence is pushing you in a different direction. Imagine yourself, for a moment, on the banks of a raging river. Your intention is to erect a small dam, aiming to divert its course. But the river, with its inexorable power, continues its course, carving new channels, shaping the landscape, tracing paths that not even your foresight could have anticipated. Regardless of your efforts to stem it, it possesses an intrinsic flow, a will of its own. The universe operates similarly. It incessantly manifests you, reshapes you, guides you through experiences that, in the immediate, often elude your comprehension. And this is where the true hidden conflict arises. What happens when your desire projects in one direction, while the universal flow pulls you in another? This is the point where most individuals stop, where many believe manifestation fails. Where some give in to resignation, they feel frustrated, filled with anger, convinced of their utter helplessness. But all this happens because they have not yet grasped the depth of the forces at play. Thoth taught that mere will is not enough. There is a larger field, a higher purpose, an energetic movement that needs to be recognized and understood. You are not isolated entities, acting in a void. You are intrinsically connected to a vibrational network that constantly influences you. The great secret lies in understanding that, when you attempt to manifest, you are not simply sending requests to the universe. You are establishing a dialogue with it. And this dialogue is governed by rules, tensions, and adjustments. For as you progress toward a dream, the universe moves toward you, trying to make you suitable, prepared, molded for what you desire. It is an invisible tug of war, in which your conscious self pushes in one direction and deeper vibrational forces pull in the other. And if you fail to recognize this movement, you may spend your entire existence trying to push open a door that the universe simply doesn't want to open yet. And it is precisely here, at this point of greatest tension, that we begin to approach the true Hermetic secret, for Thoth has not left you without the tools. There is a hidden mechanism, a vibrational key passed down by the ancients to overcome this energetic struggle and, finally, align your desires with the universal flow. And this is precisely what we will reveal next. The precise key that will allow you to cross the invisible internal battlefield and begin to manifest not only according to your will, but in a way profoundly connected to the higher purpose that brought you here. The magnetic field, which governs all things, resides within you. You will then realize that it is not enough to understand the existence of this invisible war of drafts. You must dive even deeper, for this vibrational movement manifests within a structure far more sophisticated than simple thoughts. And here we begin to enter dangerous but necessary territory, your personal magnetic field. Yes, that force you carry within you, what you emit without even realizing it, what pulsates in the nonverbal layers of your existence, is the true regulator of what you attract into your life. While many spend their lives repeating positive phrases, creating vision boards, and reciting affirmations in front of the mirror, the universe remains deaf to all this if the emotional basis underlying those words is not aligned. For Thoth revealed a profound truth, a teaching that echoes in ancient traditions but has been forgotten in the frenzy of the modern world. True magnetism does not arise from what you think, it arises from what you feel viscerally. Your emotional body, that living, instinctive, and often ignored part of you, is what actually shapes the energy field around you. Imagine for a moment standing before an immense vibrational antenna. You can shout wondrous words at it, visualize enchanting images. But if the signal coming from within you is charged with fear, insecurity, anger, resentment, or emptiness, that's what the universe picks up on. Not because it wants to punish you, but because that's the true frequency you're emitting. The emotional body functions like a kind of radar, sending signals that don't depend on your conscious narrative, but on what's deeply imprinted within you. And the most disturbing part is realizing that often, it's precisely in the places you most reject, and in the sensations you avoid confronting, that the true keys to your magnetism lie. Because what you push away doesn't disappear. It lurks in the depths of your emotional field, creating noise, blockages, and attracting situations designed to force you to face it. And it's precisely this invisible strategy of the universe, this almost cruel yet profoundly wise movement, that we'll unravel later. That is, how the points you most fear and shy away from are used as strategic challenges to simultaneously block and prepare the path of your manifestation. And it is precisely at this point that many begin to lose their way. When you understand that the universe responds to your vibration, not just your desire, an inevitable question arises. Why then do so many problems, pains, and losses appear that you never asked for? You have never desired a broken heart, betrayal, financial failure, illness, or sudden loss. Why then do these things manifest, invade your life, and destroy everything? This is not a punishment. It is not bad luck. It is not a failure of universal law. This is the hidden mechanism of realignment. Thoth explained that the denied energy within you does not disappear because you simply pretend it doesn't exist. The fear you harbor, the anger you bury, the insecurity you mask, the pain you have never processed, all these elements remain lodged in your vibrational field like unresolved codes. And because the universe operates through resonance, it projects these hidden energies onto the outside world so you can finally see them. It's not punishment, it's opportunity. Every block is a clue. Every crisis is a hidden map. Every loss is a secret password. But beware. Few have the courage to look at these signs without collapsing. When life presents you with a situation that tears you apart, annihilates you, and crushes you, the natural tendency is to slip into the role of victim, to wonder why it's happening to you, to blame someone else, the system, luck, the past. But the true spiritual seeker, the one who understands the deepest teachings, asks a far more powerful question. What is all this trying to show me? What is here that needs to be integrated, welcomed, dissolved, so I can realign with the vibration I truly desire to hold? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. The pain you avoid looking at is the pain that controls you. The trauma you don't heal is the trauma that governs you. The pattern you don't recognize is the pattern that keeps you stuck, and the universe knows it. That's why it doesn't simply deliver the idyllic scenarios you desire. It delivers the scenarios you need to evolve, awaken, overcome barriers, and progress. It brings you face to face with everything you've rejected, everything you've hidden, everything you've wanted to bury beneath the vibrational carpet. And here now, you begin to understand that manifestation isn't a childish game of asking the universe for pleasant things. It's a profound game of vibrational alignment where every detail matters, where every unexamined shadow exacts its price, where every denied emotion returns as an external reflection. But instead of panicking, there's something far more powerful to do. For in the next immersion, you'll discover what happens when you stop running from these pains and begin decoding them as living, intelligent, and indispensable parts of the grand map of manifestation. The secret portal from reaction to pure consciousness. This is where everything begins to change. When you stop running away from pain, when you stop reacting automatically, you will cross an invisible door, a secret portal that has always been hidden right before you. It is the moment when you cease existing under the command of emotional reactions and begin to act from a new state, pure consciousness. This is the true turning point, the boundary between a life lived by reflex and a life lived with authentic intention. Thoth knew this. He knew that as long as we are trapped in the chain of reactions, we will always be hostages to circumstance. Fear arises, and we react. Anger arises, and we react. Insecurity emerges, and we sink into it. It is as if we were puppets pulled by invisible strings we cannot even perceive. But there is a space, a powerful instant between stimulus and response. That space is the seed of freedom. It is there that consciousness is born. It is there that you pause and, for the first time, consciously choose how you wish to respond to what life presents you. But there is a reason why so few cross this portal. Because the moment you awaken to that space, you become responsible. You can no longer blame others. You can no longer blame circumstances. You can no longer hide behind the victim role. Awakening means accepting that you are the creator of your own reality, even when parts of that reality are uncomfortable, painful, or unexpected. And this, for many, is frightening. You begin to realize that, whereas you once blamed the world for your failures, you now understand that many of those failures were opportunities in disguise. That, whereas you were once frustrated by blocks, you now see that they were necessary adjustments. That, whereas you once expected the universe to do everything for you, you now understand that the universe is always waiting for you to do your part. And here's the most powerful secret. Pure consciousness doesn't just observe life. It begins to reprogram reality itself. When you operate from that state, you're not simply reacting to the world. You're actively shaping the energy field around you. But beware, for here lies the most subtle and insidious obstacle. Even after awakening, old patterns continue to drag you back. Old beliefs, old conditioning, unresolved emotional memories don't magically vanish. They try to drag you back, to remind you of who you were, to sabotage the new frequency you're trying to sustain. And this creates the central dilemma of the awakened manifester, one who knows they have power, yet still feels the invisible chains trying to hold them back. And this is precisely what we'll explore next. How to balance this newly awakened power with the old patterns that continue to try to drag you down, and what strategic moves will allow you to break this cycle once and for all. But it's precisely there, the moment you begin to experience pure consciousness, that an almost invisible yet extremely powerful phenomenon arises: the return of the old field. It's not external sabotage, it's not bad luck, it's not a mistake in the process. It's simply the effect of vibrational momentum accumulated over years, perhaps decades, perhaps lifetimes. This momentum works like a silent current that, even when you take a step forward, tries to drag you back to old patterns. The same fears, the same automatic thoughts, the same reactions you swore you'd overcome. Imagine someone who decides to abandon an old habit. Initially, there's enthusiasm, strength, clarity, but suddenly, almost out of nowhere, that inner voice surfaces. You've never been able to change before. Why should it be any different now? Or external circumstances mysteriously begin to align to test your new vibration. Old acquaintances resurface. Situations that trigger old pain emerge. Invitations to old patterns present themselves, almost tempting. This is no coincidence. This is the old vibrational field trying to maintain its shape, because it carries memory, density, the weight of everything that has already been accumulated within you. And this is where many stumble. They think they've failed, that they've regressed, that they weren't ready. They feel shame, frustration, guilt. But what few know, what Thoth recorded in his most subtle teachings, is that this was already part of the process. It's not a relapse, it's not a defeat, it's part of the game. The universe offers hidden steps, experiences, preparatory tests, small tests that don't come to destroy you, but to strengthen the muscles of your new consciousness. Every time you are dragged back and consciously choose to return to alignment, you are leaping to a higher level. Every time you fall into an old pattern and notice it without judgment, but with clarity, you transform the fall into learning. This is vibrational alchemy. It is true transmutation, not the absence of challenge, but the ability to use every challenge as a springboard to something greater. And this is what separates the superficial seeker from the true awakened manifester, the secret that only the initiated know: integrity as a vibrational portal. And when you begin to perceive these hidden passages, something remarkable happens. You realize that it is no longer enough to recognize the patterns. The next step, the one that only the truly initiated know, is to align all the parts of your being into a single, coherent flow. Here comes a secret that can't be learned from books, found in courses, or acquired through pre-packaged techniques. It's the secret of vibrational integrity. Integrity at this level has nothing to do with moralism or social norms. It doesn't mean being good or perfect in the eyes of the world. It means something much deeper. Achieving radical coherence between what you think, what you say, and what you do. When these three elements are misaligned, your vibrational field weakens, fragments, and loses power. You may visualize prosperity, but your words speak of fear, and your actions stem from scarcity. You may desire love, but your words overflow with mistrust, and your actions show you as closed. This creates cracks in your field, weak spots where energy leaks. The ancients knew this. True alchemists understood that manifestation begins not when you ask, but when you become vibrationally whole. When every cell in your body, every thought, every word, and every action reflects the same essence, you activate an almost irresistible magnetic force. This is why some people seem so lucky and attract everything they desire. Because the universe cannot resist someone who is already whole, already aligned, already vibrating with coherence. But be careful. This is one of the most difficult secrets to live by, because it requires constant practice, mindful attention, and the courage to confront yourself daily. It's not enough to desire integrity. You have to build it, hammering stone by stone into the internal foundations of your vibration. It requires looking at your contradictions without running away from them, It requires correcting your deviations without waiting for the outside world to change first. And when you begin to understand this, when you feel the power that flows from this coherence, doors that once seemed permanently blocked begin to open almost magically. But the game doesn't stop there. There's a next level, a deeper layer where mystics, alchemists, and Hermetic initiates have worked in secret for centuries. The conscious use of energetic codes to accelerate manifestation. And that's exactly what we'll unlock in the next immersion. The energetic code that, once inserted into your field, begins to resonate with the fabric of the universe, transforming every ordinary action into a gateway to accelerated manifestation. And as you move through the layers of alignment and vibrational integrity, you reach a point where you realize there's a simple yet profoundly powerful tool hidden right before your eyes. The energetic code you can incorporate into your daily actions. This code isn't just a nice phrase to repeat mechanically. It's a vibrational vector, a key that, when activated with true intention, begins to recalibrate your entire energy field. We're talking about the principle of infinite love and infinite gratitude. These words contain a specific energetic signature. When spoken with awareness, when felt in the body, they're not just words, they are vibration. They adjust the frequency of your field to something consistent with abundance, harmony, and flow. It doesn't matter if you're writing an email, washing the dishes, answering a phone call, or walking down the street. When you start to enter by embodying this silent code in every gesture, you activate a state of active vibrational coherence. You shift from automatic mode to creator mode. Imagine that, as you walk, you internally direct this frequency toward the world. Infinite love and infinite gratitude. You don't have to say it out loud. Just bring this feeling into your mind and heart. You're saying to the universe, I recognize the beauty of what exists. I honor the opportunity to be here. I am grateful for what comes to me. And when you begin to do this regularly, something magical happens. Your energy field, once riddled with tiny emotional and vibrational cracks, begins to close, unify, and gain strength. Without even realizing it, you become a much more powerful magnetic pole than you were before. And this isn't a one-day practice. It's not a one-time ritual. It's an ongoing decision, a way of vibrational living. Over time, the code of infinite love and infinite gratitude begins to weave into the subtlest fibers of your being. You begin to see difficult situations in a new light. You begin to notice that even small challenges carry hidden gifts, and this is not self-deception, it is transmutation. But here's something even more advanced, something not for everyone, something only the truly prepared few can achieve. For beyond personal manifestation, beyond the alignment of your goals and dreams, there is a greater calling, a vibrational purpose that connects you to the great web of creation. And in the next immersion, we will pierce that veil and reveal what lies beyond individual desire. The invitation to become a conscious co-creator of the universal flow, the final portal, the awakening of the cosmic manifester. And so, when you already vibrate with integrity, alignment, and active energetic codes in your daily life, a new understanding begins to emerge. You sense something greater approaching. As if this entire journey of awakening, all these practices and alignments, were not just to fulfill personal desires, but were preparing you for something infinitely greater. Here you touch the calling beyond the self, the calling to become a universal manifester. Thoth has always made clear in his teachings that the true journey does not end with what you can attract for yourself. This is just the initial training, the basic school of manifestation. When you begin to master your vibrational fields, understand your internal flows, and operate consciously, you become ready to take on a much higher role, that of co-creator of the cosmic order. This means you stop being someone who simply asks things of the universe, and become someone who collaborates with the universe itself, influencing not only your own life, but also the collective energy flow. At this level, your presence already begins to act as a living vibrational field. You no longer need to chase things. They begin to align through resonance, because you yourself vibrate as an active part of the whole. It's as if you were a bridge between the human and the divine, a conscious channel through which cosmic intelligence can operate on the material plane. And this state is not reached through ego, power, or the pursuit of recognition. It opens up only when you truly abandon the small self and accept entry into the larger flow of creation. And now you have arrived here, not by chance, not by distraction, not because this was just another content among many. You have passed through every layer, faced every hidden passage, unlocked the codes that only the brave few dare to touch, and before you, the final portal begins to open, the awakening of the cosmic manifester. This is no longer a technical stage. It is no longer about asking for things or achieving personal goals. It is about understanding that you now carry not only the ability to manifest for yourself, but the potential to act as a living point in the universal field, shaping destinies, realities, consciousness. At this level, everything you do resonates far beyond your small individual space. A word you release into the world does not simply echo in your circle. It vibrates within the fabric of the collective consciousness. A choice you make doesn't just affect your lifeline. It triggers effects in invisible networks that connect everything. This is being a cosmic manifester. Someone who has already understood that their vibrations, intentions, and actions have a creative impact that goes beyond the limits of their own ego. You become an extension of the divine flow, a conscious collaborator with the universal order. Thoth kept this secret reserved for those who are truly ready, because he knew that few possessed the internal structure to handle this responsibility. Once you pass through the portal of the cosmic manifester, there is no turning back. You can no longer pretend not to know. You can no longer act as a victim, a bystander, a passive piece. You become an active, living, vibrant presence, responsible for everything you generate, even in the smallest details. This is not a path for everyone, because it requires abandoning the old self, abandoning old stories, abandoning old excuses. If you feel the call throbbing in your heart right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a restlessness, a warmth, an inner vibration that tells you were born for this. You were born to break the cycle of limitation. You were born to be more than simply reacting to the world. You were born to be a bridge between worlds, a conscious creator, an awakener of consciousness, an emissary of the energy that sustains and renews life. This calling isn't new. It's always been within you, waiting for the right moment to emerge. And now, you who have come this far, not by whim or distraction, but by an intimate resonance with hidden truths, know that this call is not new. It has always pulsated in your heart, awaiting the right moment to unfold. If these words have resonated with you, if a thrill of recognition has coursed through your soul, I invite you to make a vibratory gesture of assent. Leave a like on this video. It's not a trivial request, but a silent pact, an act of alignment that cements our connection. And so, by acknowledging your attunement and readiness, we can continue to weave this web of awareness. If you wish to expand our circle of awakened ones, supporting the production of content that elevates the spirit and enriches existence, please consider subscribing to the channel. This delicate yet powerful gesture not only demonstrates your support, but also allows us to continue unveiling these gems of knowledge, one thread at a time, for a collective awakening. For you who have persisted, who have dared to look beyond the veil of illusions, there is a further step. I ask you to engrave here in the comments with a word. The word is attunement, not just any phrase, but the synthesis of your choice, a vibrational commitment that proclaims to the universe, I am ready to accept Thoth's call. This act is your seal, your declaration of intent. May your inner resonance always guide you toward the dawn of an expanded consciousness. May every step be an awakening, and every choice an echo of your infinite potential. Be light, be presence, be manifestation. With an alchemical embrace, I await you at the next horizon where new truths await to be revealed and experienced, in the eternal flow of being.